Day 2 of Rahul Gandhi's visit to the United States. He is in Stanford campus. He was actually welcomed by the mayor of Stanford. These are all things that happen. I mean, if you donate a little bit of money to the mayor's campaign, the mayor will even come and give you a bouquet of flowers while she is welcoming you to the city. All these things happen. This is par for the course as far as America is concerned. It's not something unusual. Then he is supposed to be having this fireside chat sometime in the afternoon today, but as he wends his way to the East Coast, we are seeing that he's going to be in some very questionable company. What we are referring to is the amount of support that he is getting from IAMC, Indian American Muslims Council. In fact, you saw yesterday that when the Indian national anthem was sung, some were sitting, some were standing, and then they stopped it midway and said that this was a mic check, and then it stopped completely. So they realized their gaffe, that not everybody in that hall had any roots to India. So this is really becoming a comical trip as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned. But I want to kind of show you something else that he is involved with. I don't know how much the organizers know, but I just want you, the viewer, to understand that this is some really questionable company. Here we go. So now Mr. Rahul Gandhi, ex-president of the Indian National Congress, has a new passport, and that is valid for 3 years. Don't ask me why he could have not traveled with his Raoul Vinci passport that he got in the 1990s or with his British passport to come to the United States. Well, there's a little matter that he'll have to show that before he boards the plane in New Delhi, and that would have been a bit inconvenient. So, well, he got a new passport. So he is still, for all pretenses, trying to make it look like he has only one passport. But please remember that this problem is still there. He is hiding it, and an amazing gesture by the Modi government. They don't want to look into this black and white case of multiple citizenships of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Well, having said all that, now he is going to be in the East Coast, and I'm specifically talking about the event that he's going to be part of on June 4th, 2023 in a place called Javits Convention Center. This is a fairly well-known area, big place, and the people who are working to make this a success, these are all people that what I would call are people of ICNA, which is a questionable organization, IAMC, IMANA, and I'll give you all the information as we go along here. Some of the coordinators are Mr. Tanzim Ansari, who is the Amir Outreach Committee of Muslim Community of New Jersey, and this is actually led by a Pakistan-born Imam Jawad Ahmad. So you can see this overlap happening, and I don't know the nationality of Tanzim Ansari, whether he is an American or a Pakistani American or an Indian American, I don't have an idea. But ICNA is a radical Islamist organization associated with Pak's Jamaat-e-Islami and toes Pak's line against India and has linkages with radical and terror organizations. They glorify terrorists such as Hizbul Mujahideen Chief Syed Salahuddin for his cause of separation of Kashmir from India. Does this mean that if he becomes the Prime Minister, that Rahul Gandhi will again bring back 370 or worse, liberate Kashmir? What kind of company is he keeping, and also what kind of a message he is giving? And it gets worse. Another coordinator of this event is Muhammad Aslam, a member of the Muslim Center for Greater Princeton, MCGP, another close partner of ICNA. Now, the banned radical group SIMI founder is also an ICNA member. I think we have done this thing many times now. You've already looked at all these alphabet soup where the interlinkages show up. Everybody has a four-lettered organization that supports the cause of Muslims in North America. And one wonders why you have to have 25, 30 organizations with various combination of letters. Everywhere you'll see a North America, or it will be like Canada, or Britain or whatever. And there'll be also Muslim. And then they'll try to somehow bring in the India angle. In fact, HFHR, Hindus for Human Rights, also a part of this group. So they also are doing this fakery also. Minhaj Khan, this is another person who is coordinating this event. He's also linked to an anti-India lobbying group, IAMC. Remember I told you, ICNA, IAMC, and it gets better, IMANA. And that's very compelling evidence that I'm going to show you on what IMANA is all about. So you have ICNA, IAMC, IMANA. Okay, so how is IAMC becoming involved in all this? They had engaged a US lobby firm which paid United States dollars 55,000 to USCIRF in 2013-14 to try and diss the Indian government. Guess what? That was during Manmohan Singh's government, where Sonia Gandhi was the de facto prime minister, where Rahul Gandhi had a lot of power. So he's essentially going back to those people who stabbed him in the back to start with. I mean, whoever thought of all these things? Come on, guys, a little bit of application of mind. What kind of company are you keeping with? Now, the IIMC's executive director, Rashid Ahmed, is also the executive director of another Jamaat affiliated charity front called Islamic Medical Association of North America, IMANA, which exploited India's goodwill and raised millions of dollars during the peak COVID in the name of helping India and siphoned off all the money. Now I'm going to show you a quick diagram which I'll talk to in explaining what it is. If you remember, the second wave of COVID in India was pretty bad, and suddenly oxygen tanks were needed in a huge number. So the whole world, especially expat Indians, expat other country people, they were all trying to pool in money to help their native countries. So this is what happened. I'm going to show you a quick GIF and I'll explain to you how the money got siphoned out. Here we go. So it starts from India, USA, Canada, Germany, people, 65,000 donors. They all paid through GoFundMe or Instagram, Just Giving, crypto, cash. All the money was collected by Imana. But guess where the money went? If you look at the dollar signs, it split it into 4 different parts. One to PIMA in Pakistan, another one to Al-Khidmat Foundation, also in Pakistan, which in turn went to Hamas, which is a banned organization. Another part went to ISNA. This is another Islamic something of North America. That also pumped the money back to Hamas. And the only thing that went into the real beneficiary was the Gujarat Sarvajanik Welfare Trust, where the Imana gave some of these concentrators to Syed Foundation, which in turn went to Gujarat. 120 oxygen concentrators and 15 ventilators. That's it. The rest of the money got siphoned off. Where did it go to? It went to Lashkar-e-Toiba. It went to Hizbul Mujahideen. Guys, this was the money that you and I donated to try and help our brethren in India. See how the money got siphoned off? And these are the kind of people that now Rahul Gandhi is associating himself with. What can one say? Imana at one end is associated with retired Pakistani Army naval officials, and on the other end it is associated with terrorist groups. So you saw the GIF. If you look at it closely, I mean, I let it run for a few seconds. You can take a look at it again, go back, and all these members are essentially retired Pakistan Army people. And organizations like IIMC, ICNA sit at the confluence of Islamic organizations such as Jamaat as well as Muslim Brotherhood. These people have been part of the Islamic Society of Northern America. Okay, that is ISNA. I was stumbling with the letter S. So Islamic Society of North America. So first thing that we need to understand is multiple alphabet soup groups of letters to form the same kind of intent and purpose is to try and deliberately camouflage what they are trying to do. Some fronts will be legit, some fronts will have clean book, the other ones questionable. But by just creating multiple organizations like this, they hope to spread some sort of obfuscation. When the investigative agencies in the United States start probing, they hope that will make it difficult. However, you should know that CAIR is banned in a couple of countries, and in fact the FBI, which used to fund and work with the CAIR, has curtailed its activities. I've given you a separate video on that, so you can take a look at that too. Long story short, what is the takeaway here? These organizations, the alphabet soup, they are the ones who are also behind the Equality Labs, and now it looks like there's a nefarious relationship developing between the George Soros Foundation and these organizations. Whenever they need money, looks like they can tap into a new well called the Soros Good Well, and they are able to get the money from there also. Whereas you and I, we are doing this out of passion, out of the fact that we see some injustice happening here, and we again reiterate, Rahul Gandhi, you are getting into some bad company. And this is going to blow up spectacularly in your face as well as in the face of the Indian National Congress. I don't think the rank and file of INC deserves this kind of an association, which is going to really be bad for the future of the Congress party. See, I want a good democracy in India. I want a strong Congress, but I want a strong Congress that is also honest, that is also corruption free. You take away some of the people who were in the cabinet of the UPA, and then you will get that. Not every congressman woman is corrupt. Many of them are also nationalists. Now they have lost their way because of these kind of leaders. They need to find their way, find their truth, find their radar back. That's when you'll have a buoyant democracy in India. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications.